Hey there, world. It's Janeé Bolden. I'm back with another episode of Hey Janeé. This is my hey to the world, and I just want the world to say it back to me.
Hey Janeé.
Hey Janeé. Hey Janeé.
Thank you. Today I am joined by my good friend Archie Clay III.
You know it.
And the illustrious Meaghan Taylor.
Thank you.
The illustrious Zada Luby.
And the illustrious Archie.
And the illustrious Archie. Because he wants to be illustrious too. He came up in here with beef. He had smoke. Don't you know this is a place of love?
It is. You can have beef. You can have beef and smoke at the same time. You can have beef and smoke at the same time.
Smoked beef?
Yeah, like when you're cooking it. That's it.
Yeah, he came for Meaghan because apparently FAMU is not the only illustrious HBCU.
Well, FAMU's the first one to say it.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Starting
That's
on this.
neither here nor there. Please continue.
See, Archie went to Tuskegee. We got to show HBCU love as much as possible. I went to a PWI, so I live vicariously through all my HBCU
love PWIs
friends.
too. We love them too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, NYU is
That's
Great.
popping.
Big.
That's popping.
Big deal.
shout out to the Violets.
That's the name?
That's our mascot, the Violets.
The Violets?
Violets.
Wow.
Like a flower?
Is that violin or something?
It's purple. Yeah, like all our colors are purple and white and gray. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That's so like
That's
bougie.
Well, I guess it fits.
Yeah. It definitely fits.
It fits. So, Archie, every week we like to start off with our moment of joy. How's everybody feeling?
I feel amazing. Grateful.
Great.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Me too. I'm really happy. A friend of mine is super pregnant now. I went to her baby shower on Saturday. So shout out to Bree and Rel. I love baby showers. I love babies.
The cake.
I don't have any, but I still love them.
The cake.
You like the cake?
Yes. The baby showers.
Baby
Cake is
shower
amazing. Like cupcakes.
I would usually feel like the baby shower
cookies.
meatballs.
The meatballs are legendary.
Meatballs, wow.
You can't have a baby shower without meatballs.
I agree with him, honestly.
The cake?
Anytime I go to an event, baby shower, wedding,
Whatever. You're
Cake.
there for the cake.
Cake.
Oh, wow.
Where's the cake?
That's kind of how my mom is too, because whatever I go to, I'll be like, do you want me to bring you something home? Give me some cake. I mean, cake is cool. I'm not into frosting though.
Right. I've only been to one baby shower, and they had an open bar.
Whoa.
Now that's a great
That
baby
Shout out
wasn't for
to
the
Sherry
baby.
Bam.
That wasn't for the baby.
Hilarious. I love it. So I have an interesting topic for us to
Oh, here we
get
go.
Okay.
talking to. It's not really a pop culture topic.
Okay.
Usually, Archie, I would do like a pop culture topic. We'd be talking about Love Island or something, but Love Island's over.
So I'm tired of that. I don't even want to talk about it.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So I saw this thing on Instagram, and I actually sent it to Elle, and I think I might have sent it to you guys too.
I think you may have sent it on my birthday.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Did you say happy birthday first?
I'm so sorry. I was giving Meaghan homework on her birthday. My bad.
But the topic is just
Okay, so basically, I saw this. I guess he's a comedian, but he was writing about like estate planning, how like you kind of plan for your death, like you're planning like your burial, you know, picking out your casket or if you're going to be cremated, but like basically how you have to make your wishes be known. None of us know when our day is coming, but
Gotta be ready.
the thing that had me thinking like we got to talk about this on the podcast was he mentioned having a guest list for the funeral. See, it sent her straight into giggles.
A guest list?
Yeah, but if you think about it, like,
I
okay,
want to be cremated, so it doesn't even matter.
I want to be cremated as well, but you still would have some type of
ceremony.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but who cares?
wow.
There goes that topic.
It's like, who cares? You want to
I
get
mean, that's one take is like, yeah, you're gone, so like, why? Be invested in that. But I do think a lot of drama happens at funerals, and think about all the drama that we could cut out if there was a guest list and a bouncer at the door of the funeral to keep the
bouncer?
troublemakers away.
Right.
That means that you had a toxic life.
No,
not necessarily.
Like at my great grandpa's wedding, one of my cousins came like dressed as Michael Jackson.
What?
If we had a bouncer, he probably
It wouldn't happen. Yeah. And did you say he like
Oh,
He did something to the casket or something.
he I think my great grandfather didn't like his locks, so he cut them off, and then like as they're like wrapping up the flag or whatever, because my great grandpa was in the army, he like sets the locks, the cut. I want to be correct about the term, the cut locks on the casket, and just like walks away.
Wow.
The face
Had
he
we
was
had a bouncer.
So Michael Jackson cut the locks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what about the lore? I like it for the plot. You gotta have the plot of what happens at the funeral.
right.
Like, what stories are you gonna be able to tell? Like,
If you have the guest list.
yeah, right. Like, there's so many stories that come out of stuff like that. And then there's like, what is that word? Reconciliation.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many things that happens when like people that maybe shouldn't be there, they come together. It's
So
like
you
a
like
family
drama.
reunion.
The death is the drama.
No, the funeral be where the side kids show up, the mistress.
That's not gonna
comes.
be in my situation. That's just not even
Well,
my life.
I mean, I'm glad to hear it, but when I saw this, it was real for me because one of my really good friends passed away, and his ex-girlfriend came and was acting like the widow. Yeah, and literally people were in the comments, like talking about how they were mad that she came, and I found out after the fact, like, well, actually, I talked to this girl later, and she tried to say like people were talking smack because I didn't come. I happened to have a pre-scheduled trip plan, so I wasn't able to make it. And she was saying like people were saying like I missed it because of some other reason, like that we were involved, and I was like, what? Like, this is insane.
That's
but
crazy.
there's so much when people die, like there's so much gossip that comes out of it, rumors and other things.
Take me to the ocean.
They still got your face
Archie, is
about
there
you.
at least a song that you would like played at your funeral?
Don't care. I'm gonna be in a better place anyway. So
Wow.
y'all just have fun.
You want us to have fun, like a party? You want to turn up?
Yeah, turn up.
Once again, my great grandfather, we had his repast at like this church owned like community center with a bar in it, and like the drink of the day was like the Holy Spirit. Like our family's just like turned up like that.
That's type of vibe, yeah. I like that vibe.
And we had a DJ, yeah.
And some fried chicken.
We definitely had the fried chicken.
Ooh.
The repast be
we had a time. We were all drunk
and the biscuits.
Fun.
The biscuits.
What kind of, like honey butter biscuit?
Like just the old fashioned biscuit that comes
like
straight out the
handmade.
oven, like the
Yeah.
handmade biscuit. That's that type shit right there.
Do you have any plans for yours, Zada?
Honestly,
she's the youngest in the room. Meanwhile,
it's a while away, but yeah, it's a while away. We gonna
yes,
say that.
we gonna say that.
It's a while away.
We gonna claim it.
We gonna claim it. But I mean, I think I would want to just be like celebrated more so. Like talk about my accomplishments and stuff like that. I don't want everybody to be like sad or anything, because that's like, who wants to be sad? I don't want everybody to be sad. I want everybody to be happy. I want it to be just a happy moment.
Megan's smiling like they better be crying.
Right? Y'all better be balling in this bitch.
Right.
That's hilarious.
Crying the hardest.
The best thing is like the laughing and the crying when you're like remembering your
like
loved
this is
one.
a crazy person. I feel like
more tears of joy though. More tears of joy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that you're gone, but
it's great.
But
like,
people better not be there that I don't like
as a person.
Well, then you do wanna list. If
I can't remember all the people I don't like, but people should know. Like, we shouldn't go to her funeral. Like,
yeah, I mean that was the whole thing. When I saw this post, I was like initially like Archie, like I wouldn't care. You know, I'm dead. I'm in a better place. But then there's another part of me that's like, I don't want these people faking to my family. Like,
but also, could we go dive deeper? If you're that focused on your guest list, maybe you have some stuff that you need to work on your own self.
Before you die.
So see, this is why I had Archie come on, because Archie has been that friend for me who he's kind of like, I don't want to say the devil's advocate, but like he literally will have you thinking like checking yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like he will kind of make you check yourself.
I like that.
Yeah, he's like the person who's kind of like, you're not going about it the right way. You're not thinking about all the damage that you could cause if you're,
Yeah, because if you're thinking about I get it that you don't want people there, but it's like, if your family or people around you know who you are and are truly there for you, they will know who to invite to your funeral. If people are inviting toxic people to your funeral, you might need to check who.
But can't people just come?
No,
because they put it in the newspaper.
Who checks the newspaper? People check the newspaper. I mean, yeah, but that's crazy. That's a valid point.
That's how the second and third cousins, the people from high school, that's how they end up there in the first place.
That's a good point, but I never know people check the newspaper to go to people's funerals.
Oh my God,
Zada. I don't get a newspaper. Do we get an AJC? Do you get AJC? Do you get an AJC to your house?
No.
So I read it online.
What newspaper you gonna get to check?
I'm not talking about me, but there are people who still get newspaper.
Yeah, they'll be all right.
Oh my goodness. Well, we're gonna keep moving on. Okay. I'm gonna get into what I'm working on. So, I'm actually super excited. I am interviewing the cast of Chief of War this week. It's the new Jason Momoa series that's coming out on Apple TV. Unfortunately, I didn't get Jason Momoa. But apparently he's only speaking to select press. But I got Cliff Curtis, who is one of my favorite actors, and a ton of the other cast. But I'm going to put this show on everybody's recommendation list. Apple TV always does an amazing job. But this is really about the history of the Hawaiian Islands and the wars and battles that were happening
that sounds super
there.
Dope.
Yeah, pre being annexed into the U.S. And you'll be able to read the article on Newsweek stands. It'll be in the print magazine as well as online.
Wow.
I also did an interview with Sherry White around her new show, Child Care Cartel.
Is it a reality show?
It is.
Oh, I love a good reality show.
It's about the daycare industry in Atlanta.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
That's
making
toxic
money.
right there.
Well, the interesting thing is a lot of people don't realize you can become a millionaire or billionaire from daycares. It's not something.
Oh, no, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. They make a lot of money.
They do.
Yep. So that's what I'm working on. I want to get into See, Stream, and Skip. So this week, Oh Hi is the C, which is go to the movies and see it. Oh Hi is a dark comedy. It's about a girl who is kind of being strung along by this young man. He's like wooing her, really blowing her socks off, and then he tells her that he doesn't want to be committed. And it kind of turns into misery. She has him in handcuffs, and he cannot leave.
Sometimes you just gotta up the score.
Honestly.
Up the score. All right, FAMU.
Anyway, I thought it was hilarious. I think it's really funny, and it's dark comedy, but it's not actually a scary movie, so it doesn't get too dark. And Lauren Lerner's in it. She's the one that plays Claire on The Bear. If you guys watch The Bear on FX. So my stream this week is Beyond the Villa. You know, I can't put Love Island too far behind me. That's coming on Peacock July 15th or 15th, I think.
I can't remember.
But I'm super excited to see PPG back together again. And oddly, I am a little bit invested to see how Aaron and Kaylor do. Because they broke up after the end of season 6. I know. Y'all looking at me like...
I just started watching the newest season, yeah.
But people care.
Yeah.
I'm not the only Love Island head out there.
Right.
For my skip this week, I'm going to say I'm skipping this crazy weather. It's the extremes
rainforest.
With the heat, and then the flash floods, the tornadoes, the hurricanes. I couldn't walk my dog the other day. It wasn't even raining, but it was lightning and thunder. And Fletcher does not play with the lightning and the thunder. That part. That part. But I just want some clear skies, light breezes. I need my AC bill not to be $450. You know, we need to get it down, right? All right. Before we get into Archie, we're gonna get to Meaghan's thought.
Okay.
Give us the thought for the week.
So the thought for the week is the promises you keep to yourself are what build true and lasting self-confidence.
I like that.
What you think about that?
You know, I'm a firm believer of thoughts. Thoughts allow you to be in a moment, but not focus on the future. I think a lot of times we try to allow the moment to reflect the future, but the future is not here yet.
Did you want to add anything?
Yeah, I think that thought came from, it's something I think about often when I was in therapy. My therapist was telling me about that. I was just kind of down on myself on making bad decisions when it came to people. She's like, but you know yourself now. Like, you have to be confident in your decision making and take a thing as a thing. So that's where that comes from.
No, that's a player.
I love hearing you talk about your therapy experience.
Well, I haven't been in like 2 years. But I keep everything in mind, so I guess I learned a few things.
Yeah, no, I definitely, I think I started doing therapy when I was still in high school. My parents got a divorce, so that was my first experience. But then in my 20s, I had like a serious need for therapy, but I got some great tools. Like, I was dealing with depression, and honestly, that's where my mindset shift came from. You know, this podcast is all about mindset.
Yeah.
And I would say for me, I've been able to carry through my life as such a positive person since that moment in my 20s where I really got that little thing that clicked in my head, the perspective part, looking at the bright side of everything.
Yeah, same.
And so our thoughts are super
powerful. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to add anything, Zada?
Well, I'll say I'm in my 20s right now, and it is tough, especially because of social media.
Yeah.
That's like a huge influence on not just me, but the people around me, and the people who, I won't say they're influencing me, but you know, like the way that they talk about themselves, the way that they talk about different things like relationships and things like that. It makes me sometimes look at myself through a skewed lens. So the biggest thing I've been trying to redirect my focus on is just like pushing everybody else's thoughts like away from mine and just really focusing on how I feel about things, how I feel about myself, making sure it's not being bogged down by other people's perspectives too much.
That's true. There's so much noise because of social media, so it's hard. I can't imagine. Yeah.
And I think so many of us, like, I think are just totally not aware sometimes of like how differently everybody thinks. And I think it's really interesting to see how we interact because of that.
True.
All right, Archie.
That's a good segue into me.
How is it a good segue into you?
I mean, the whole perspective of like your mindset, I think that's something that's always been top of mind. You know what I mean? As we always talk, you know what I mean? I think people, when you talk about awareness, like people don't have awareness, so you kind of have to give yourself grace for yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like a lot of times you may be thinking when it comes to friends, you might have to make that decision.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know women struggle more
about
with letting friends go.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? My wife struggled with it as well. You know what I mean? I think it's okay, right? Just because you had a friend since middle school, it's okay to let them go.
Yeah, those friend breakups can be rougher than romantic.
Yeah, but they don't have to be, because at the end of the day, you've already seen the signs. But you are allowing yourself to stay in because of you are afraid of letting go of your insecurities with that friend. You know what I mean? So I love my friends from high school, but when you see the shift, like when you go to college, you know you're not gonna be kicking with them like that. That's the shift. That doesn't mean that you can't, when you come back home, say what's up and parlay a little bit and, you know, have your times, but you know when you're starting to shift away versus forcing it, that's when issues come.
Yeah.
So
Archie, when I was trying to tell Zada and Meaghan about who was coming today, you know, I'm describing you as an entrepreneur, clothing designer, and what other things come to mind when you introduce yourself? How do you introduce yourself?
I think nowadays I'm more of a curator of things.
A curator.
Curator. But for me, I think it's more important to be an inspiration to people based on the things that you go through. You know what I mean? So I think for me, like, of course, CEO, founder, and all these amazing things, but I think it's more impactful when people are inspired about what you go through.
Yeah.
That inspires them to be okay with what they're going through.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of people, you know, like you said, social media can be a shift, even for me. Like, you see people, but you gotta also remember, like, majority of the time that's fake. Like, it's fake shit. Like, niggas is not really doing what they saying on social media. It's for side, you know, it's for marketing. You know what I mean? So you got to put that where it is at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So for me, it's just like being a creator of things. You know, I was just literally talking to my best friend. Like, I like creating things. I think that's something I do very well at. You know what I mean? I think the difference is from other people, like some people have more funding, so they can move a little faster. You know what I mean? So it's really being in the present and being and enjoying the journey. And I literally was talking to my mentor today. Is like, she was telling me, like, wealthy people, it takes them a while to get wealthy. It's not, let me put this in here, hit the microwave, 10 seconds, and I'm rich. That's just not how it works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So sometimes you have to hear people that are actually wealthy tell you, you're okay.
Right.
You're going to be good.
Yeah.
You're not going to get the 100 mil tomorrow.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that you're not making wins and not really achieving and hitting those milestones.
Yeah. I want to congratulate you.
Thank you.
Because you have something really big happening this weekend.
Yes.
But I also want to congratulate you because the rollout to this event
Been crazy, right?
has been crazy. And the visuals, which I know you and Chance have been friends for a while.
Yeah.
But you have it looks good enough to be a commercial rollout on social media, like the visuals. You have a visualizer, and you guys are acting in it basically.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you're really being yourself, but it seems like very almost like Friday, inspired, juice inspired. Okay, so talk about the inspiration and create, and when like even just you have so his brand is Brain Love, which I'm wearing, and he has a Bloomingdale's launch event this weekend.
Day party.
Come
out, please.
Congratulations.
Is it a day party in Bloomingdale?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We're going to have steak, chicken, free drink.
Oh.
Shout out to A1A Tequila.
Okay.
DJ. So y'all pull up.
Nice.
Love to hear it. So when you were thinking about the event, like putting together the rollout, how did that go?
Man, so for me, it's always finding ways to build momentum, right? And I'm blessed to have individuals around me that are very, very talented. And they're also my very close friends.
Yeah.
So when I thought about what I wanted to do, of course I said, from a creative standpoint, I wanted to have hosts that have been a part of the journey for me. You know what I mean? Chance and his wife and Eric.
Melanie. Shout out to Melanie.
Eric and a couple other people have been a pivotal part of this journey of just kind of like staying motivated, honestly. You know what I mean? And me and Chance, anytime we've done stuff together, it's just fire. Like, and it's always fun. And I think that energy is reflected in the content. You know what I mean? We did something for his rollout, his album a couple years ago that did pretty well. So I think when we started talking about the idea of doing the cleaners, is that we wanted to kind of show the concept of don't fold, which is a line to folding clothes and cleaning your clothes and all the different things, you know what I mean? And my whole perspective and his perspective was like, how do we do it in a cool way where it tells a story? You know what I mean? And a lot of times people can relate to, like, not everybody's an entrepreneur. Majority of people are not entrepreneurs, but people still have 9-to-5s. People still have 9-to-5s, and they still have, their dreams that they want to accomplish. So the whole concept is like, you at work, you got to get off. Like, am I gonna make it? Like, if something gonna come up, can you take my shift? Like, that's kind of how I used to be. Even when I worked at retail, it's like, can you take my shift so I can make it to this event? You know what I mean? So for me, even with Brain Love, it's like, how do we make sure that our content is first authentic? You know what I mean? Like, authentic, but also like, how do we make people see that it's okay?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the struggle is real. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all are struggling in our own way, and it's okay to struggle. You know what I mean? It's okay to try to figure out how I'm gonna get to this event or how I'm gonna get to the next big milestone. You know, so for us, it's like we wanted to just tell a cool story, and I think me and Chance, we do a great job when we get together and just having fun. Just me and him in the back of a cleaners on the west side. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to McDowell Cleaners. You know what I mean? They allow us to do it there for the free ski. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them. You know what I mean? But I think it's a beautiful thing to be able to show people that this is real life, you know what I mean? And you truly can accomplish your dreams, but it's really all about your mindset.
Amen.
And not folding.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
I love that.
I love that, yeah.
Let's rewind a little bit. Let's take it back.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So tell me about yourself. Where are you from? I don't know if we've ever have we ever had that conversation?
I don't know, but I'm originally from Chattanooga, Tennessee. I was born in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Me and my mom, we left Chattanooga, Tennessee when I was like 2. Came to the east side, so I was raised pretty much on east side, Decatur, Stone Mountain area.
Okay. Zada's also from Stone Mountain, and I have family
side.
roots from Stone Mountain as well.
Went to Stone Mountain High School. I did have a small little stunt. Lived in Mississippi for a little bit, for about 7 years, 8 years. So people don't really know.
7 years
small?
is
Yeah, that's
I like to call it small. It's like a little
That's almost a decade.
Come on, man.
It's substantial. Yeah, it's substantial.
But I stayed in Mississippi for Tupelo, Mississippi, actually. Then we came back. So I went to high school. I was homeschooled, actually.
Oh, wow.
I was homeschooled from kindergarten to 7th grade. So I went back to school in 8th grade when I came back to Atlanta.
Okay.
But yeah.
Do you think being homeschooled has a lot to do with you being so like strong-minded?
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
I do believe so, because my mom is a very so my dad, my people might not know, my dad had a mental breakdown when I was around 2, so that's why we left.
Oh wow. So
my mom has always been very, strong when it comes to emotional intelligence. You know what I mean? I grew up in the Nation of Islam as well.
I didn't know that.
So being pro-black, I've lived that lifestyle. Bean pies.
It's a way of life. It's not just a religion.
Like I used to sell bean pies when I was 7. Final calls on the corner, drilling, all that. Like, I lived that lifestyle. You know what I mean? So I think all those things, and then incorporating that back into being homeschooled, like having 10 subjects. But also I think a lot of people talk about homeschool. They're like, oh, they don't have any extracurriculars. But I used to play basketball, did martial arts, like very, very, very involved. Like, I had a whole schedule. You know what I mean? But to answer your question, I do believe that played a role in like just my confidence. Like, I never really struggled with having high confidence. You know what I mean? I may not accomplish every single thing that I wanted, like making a basketball team, or, you know what I mean? But I think my mom did a great job of just always letting me know that my emotions is my power. You know what I mean? And it's
one of your thoughts was people. What is it?
I always say emotional people are predictable people.
Oh wow, yeah. So like I've just always kind of been in that space of just being who I am and being okay with myself.
Yeah.
But it also allows me to, grow, and then but also being comfortable of letting people go. You know what I mean? And I grew up in a space where a very toxic family dynamic, not my mom, but like her parents. So it's always something going on. So it's always just us. You know what I mean? My mom, me, my brother. Yeah, together. You know what I mean? So that's why we're very, very, very close.
Yeah.
So that she's the foundation of truly who I am as a person, honestly.
Oh wow, I love that. Yeah, I'm super close to my mom too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's my rock, for sure.
And then I do know a little bit about you going to Tuskegee.
Yeah.
When you were at Tuskegee, were you already thinking entrepreneurship?
No, that's crazy you say that. Like, so my first introduction to entrepreneurship. So my best friend Philip Terrell, his parents own a multi-million-dollar company here. It's a janitorial company. So they do, used to do Spellhouse, Morehouse.
Those contracts are big.
They actually have a contract, the T-Mobile Arena out in Vegas. So they very well off.
Yeah.
Right. But for me, coming from the east side, like, I didn't know black people had money like that.
Right.
I knew people could be selling like doctors and lawyers and things of that nature.
Yeah.
But like
multimillionaires,
that was my first introduction. And then my other best friend, his parents have a concessions company, where they own Sweet Georgia Juke Joints on Peachtree. They have a couple restaurants in the airport. So I was starting now. I'm surrounded by these guys that parents are very wealthy.
Right.
Like wealthy.
That's one part of the HBCU life that I think.
Yeah, you don't really know much.
You really don't know.
Yeah, you don't know where people come from. You know what I'm saying? So which is dope. So that was my first introduction to entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Didn't want to be an entrepreneur just yet, but that was like, wow, okay.
You saw what
that's
was
something
possible.
that's possible to do.
Yeah. That's so important.
No, for sure. For sure. So it's just super exciting to kind of be in that space to know that it's more than just the 9 to 5.
Now, when Archie and I met, it was, 2017 or 2018?
Prime
gathering spot. There was a culture that came out of that where it was really beautiful. All of the city's young leaders came together. We really were helping each other wherever we could. We were having great conversations on a daily basis. Archie and I together sat at the bar just all day long, working, talking about life. You know, I watched him and his relationship blossom and develop, and you know, he knew that was his wife. I think years before. Wow. You know, you've only 2 years you've been married now, or 3?
No, a year.
We just hit
a year April, so year and some change.
Okay. But he already knew that was his wife, and he's really strong with the Black love. Great conversations about relationships. You know, we all need that guy who can give you the guy's perspective.
Keep it 100.
And keep it, exactly. Keep it 100. And that has been Archie for me. Now, at the time, he had a hat brand, Wear Brims.
Yeah.
So we have to talk about that, even if it's just brief.
R.I.P.
Just he said R.I.P. But tell the class about, you know, Wear Brims.
Yeah, man. So Wear Brims was my first company. Launched in 2016 with my co-founder. We bootstrapped that thing to the wheels fell off. We ended up doing over 7 figures in 7 years.
Wow.
We were in Neiman Marcus, Nordstrom's, but around
major publications. I think was it Vogue, British Vogue,
everything, anything you could think of, highlighted by Beyonce. It's one of the top hat companies before COVID hit. A lot of amazing accomplishments for sure. I think that was my first rodeo of realizing that we can really build something special, and was on the track to do that. But you know, not knowing business in the future, right? Me and my business partner ended up splitting. And I just, you know, I think that it taught me a lot about just
it's a common thing that happens,
having those tough conversations in the beginning.
Yeah.
Right. And like I said, I'm in a different space now. If we would have had this interview maybe last year, it'd probably be a different type of conversation. Energy. But I am a firm believer that things happen for a reason.
Amen.
And
I was literally about to say
and I believe that, you know, we all play a role in what happens. And I play my role, and my business partner at that time, he played his role as well. You know what I mean? And I wish him nothing but success, you know. But at the end of the day, I learned what I need to learn, and I think that ending spawned what I'm building now.
Okay.
And my mindset shift. And I honestly too is like, I think I needed that to happen for me to take that next leap to be the multimillionaire that I'm gonna be.
Amen.
You know what I mean? So
necessary endings.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So all love, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I honestly have forgiven myself, him, and all that. I think in order for us to really reap the benefits of what comes for us, you can't be mad at what happened. Yeah. Like, you can't really be mad. Like, and I would be lying if I don't have moments.
Of course.
Right? You know what I mean? I do have moments where it's like, dang, like, it could have been something special. You know what I mean? But it wouldn't have happened if I wouldn't have got here if that didn't happen.
100%. So let's talk a little bit about Brain Love, like the message behind Brain Love and the future of Brain Love.
Brain Love is special. You know what I mean? Special in a way where I just believe that coming out of the Wear Brims situation, me having my own depression, me being insecure, me about to propose at the time. Wow. So like a lot of things going through my head of like, am I ready financially for this situation of being married?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So a lot of these things are coming to my head. It's like you spent 7 years of your life sacrificing for a business and walking out with nothing.
Yeah.
And do you go back and work?
Right.
Do you go get a 9 to 5? Wasn't trying to do that. Right. You know what I mean? So like really taking a step back, and honestly connecting with God and figuring out like what you trying to tell me? Because I ain't gonna lie, I was pissed at God. Because I'm like, you told me to do this, so now you're taking it away. But I think at the end of the day, it's just one of them things where you got to own it. You know what I'm saying? I have to have that conversation with him and be okay with the decision that he has given me. You know what I mean? So from there, I realized that not even just from an entrepreneurial perspective, but people are struggling every single day.
Yeah.
With their feelings, with their emotions, with people, with their dreams, with their jobs. They're not fulfilled. You know what I mean? So for me, it's like me going through this little thing, like I'm sure people are going through worse stuff than me. You know what I'm saying? I had a community where I was able to bounce back. I had a fiance, now a wife, that I was able to stay locked in. You know what I'm saying? And have my mom, my brother, and all these people.
Shout out to Alex, by the way.
Shout out to Alex to help me stay focused and stay locked in. You know what I mean? So, I ain't gonna lie, God gave me the idea for Brain Love.
Right? Oh, wow.
It literally wasn't like, I literally built Brain Love in 2 months.
Wow.
Built it, started working on the idea in July 2023. Literally had to stop because I built so the original name for Brain Love was called Brainchild.
Oh, wow.
So I had ideas, designs, all that. Started pulling on my relationships, reached out to Complex, looking to do some stuff with them. They ended up telling me there's another brand called Brainchild.
Oh, wow.
So now I'm like, I got to change the LLC. Got to change all these things now. And I'm like low-key pissed. I'm like, yo,
you're
like,
spending money on
I'm spending
things.
money, and I'm like, the guy, okay, now what are you telling me? Like, am I not supposed to be doing this? I need to go get a job now? But then I kind of stayed locked in. Then I just kind of went with Brain Love, and then from there, it still gave the perspective, because the whole idea around Brain Love is to get people to see the value in their evolution. Because I think we forget that, for some reason in the world, we forget that evolution is a part of life.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if you want to be great, you got to evolve.
Right.
So when we talk about athletes, they evolving, being better, or doing different things that's not normal to you, they're evolving.
Yeah.
Even as you guys, like, you guys are evolving. You're not going to be in the same position that you are next year or even tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, in America or in the world, it doesn't seem like we look at evolution as a win. We sometimes look at it as a flaw.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for us at Brain Love, we want people to see value in evolving and being the best version of yourself, but also being fly. You know what I'm saying? Those two things can be together. Like, Patagonia did it, so why we can't do it?
Yeah.
Why Patagonia is a brand that, of course, not as cool as us, but Patagonia is a brand that creates dope. They're a multi-billion-dollar company,
Right.
but they focus on sustainable goods and the earth.
Yeah.
Right? That's the whole community centered around that. Why can't it be a whole community centered around, I want to be the best in what I do? 9 to 5, host, co-host, curator, party promoter. Like, you want to be the best at what you do. So why not be the best? So if you're someone that's the best at what they do, Brain Love is for you.
Amen.
I love that. Thank you so much, Archie, for sharing your story. No, for real.
I appreciate it.
I want to say Archie was like one of the first people that called me when I launched the podcast, and I appreciate your support.
Of course.
Out the gate.
I mean, I know how hard it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can be very hard and very challenging, even just with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because there's been times where I'm just like, yo, this doesn't even make sense. Like, why do I have to keep going through the same shit over and over and over again when I know I'm better than 95% of the people in the world? But that's not for me to say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, God has my own journey, and I have to lean into that journey. You know what I mean? And like I said, someone asked me about, our launch, tomorrow, Saturday, July 12th. And they said, like, why are you not giving yourself more clap on the back? And I told them, I said, my nigga, this is a clap on the back right here.
Right.
I didn't know I was supposed to be here.
Right.
In this situation again. So that is my clap on the back. I have to be grateful for that. And being grateful for that, I think God would give me, if I'm genuinely grateful for it, and not really like, oh, let's go celebrate, pop bottles and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, not saying that we can't have those moments, we can't have dinner, we can't cheers that, but this is just the tip of the iceberg. Like, this is just one piece of the puzzle.
You said one thing I don't want to skate over. We're running out of time, but I don't want to end the episode without addressing, you mentioned being depressed.
Yeah.
And having depression. And I think just because it's something so many people deal with and they don't talk about, and they don't talk about how they got through it, and then there's people who don't know how they're going through it right now, and they don't know how to manage it. Like, when you were in that state, how did you push through?
God. I'll be honest. I mean, I know everybody is not as, I'm not a very spiritual person. I've had my struggles. Like I said, I was raised Nation of Islam. I didn't understand the nation at times. I always challenged it. My parents were Christians, but they were not the best people. So I've kind of had struggles with my spirituality. But I also haven't gone to therapy. That was their issue.
Right.
I'm basing my situation based off of their situation.
Right.
Versus saying, yo, like, this is my situation. So how do I fix me? Not them. That's them. Right?
Oh, wow.
So how do I have connection? How do I have connectivity with me and God? I'm not even talking about Jesus, I'm not talking about Allah, I'm not talking about this God. We're just focusing on God. Then from there, how do we find whatever religion that you want to be with? You know what I'm saying? How do you find whatever connectivity you want to be with? And for me, I knew I had to find that connection. And hopefully, by genuinely want to find, not trying to find it to get something,
right,
but find it to get something for myself. You know what I mean? And I know that it's hard from a depression because there's so much going through your head. You know what I mean? It's not it's easier said than done. Like I said, everybody's different because my background is a little different because my confidence is a little stronger. And not everybody has as much confidence in themselves. So it may take a little longer for somebody else to work through it than I had to take. So everybody's situation is different. So like, but I do believe that if you have depression or you have mental health issues or anything like that, I'm a firm believer, family, community, but the first level to that shit is God, because it's like you can't do it by yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can't do it by yourself, and the spirituality of that is aligned back to who you are as a person. And I'm just a firm believer that is the pinnacle of how you get out, because it can get very dark.
Yeah.
Very, very, very dark.
It can.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just believe that was my out.
I'm so happy you're in a better place, and I'm happy to see the launch happening. Let the people know where they can buy Brain Love.
So you can buy Brain Love, www.brainlove.store. Eventually you'll be able to get it on bloomingdales.com. We'll let you know when it happens. And then we'll be, by next year, by God's will, we'll be at all 20-something stores. So you'll be able to get it wherever you want to get it. But I'm a firm believer that it's a part of a journey. You know what I mean? So this is being in Bloomingdale's in Atlanta is our first piece to the puzzle.
That's amazing.
You know what I mean? So, yeah. I'm super blessed.
That relationship that you have, because this isn't the first Bloomingdale's event. I got my shirt at Bloomingdale's.
Yeah.
Brain
so this
Love
is
event.
officially so this one is that we are actually in. Like last one's been pop-ups and trunk shows, and they bring us in for a month, and then we come out. We're not going nowhere.
I love it. So check out, if you're in Atlanta, check out the Bloomingdale's. If you're around July 12th, pull up on Archie and Brain Love. We're going to get into our affirmation for today.
Love affirmation.
And I think it even kind of speaks to what we were talking about today, because it's all about, when you're in your mind and you're feeling depression or you're feeling anxiety. So today's affirmation is, inner peace is my natural state. I release all anxiety and embrace serenity. It's about finding those moments of stillness. So if you're in a dark place, take that time to shift your mindset, to enjoy cut out the noise and just enjoy the silence and the stillness, and just know your natural state is inner peace.
Can I add something?
Sure.
Be in a moment. Stop focusing on the future and start focusing on the past.
Right. Like
the now is a now, and in order to get to the future, you have to focus on the present. Like whatever you're doing right now is the right thing that you're doing to get to where you're trying to go in the future.
Yeah.
So you know that.
I love that. Thank you guys for joining us for another episode of Hey Janeé. This has been my Hey to the World, and I love to hear it said back to me.
Hey Janeé.
Hey Janeé.
Hey Janeé.
Thanks again.